What's good, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, guys. So today I'm bringing you guys another video. It is Friday, so we're doing Talks with Qwertyy. I don't know what episode this is. I have no idea what episode this is. I always do this. I tell you guys I don't know what episode this is, but you'll see it in the thumbnail. You'll see it in the title. And today we're going to be talking about you need to listen to yourself. Very, very important. And it seems so straightforward, and it seems like it's common sense 100%, but a lot of people miss it in their day. And we're going to be talking a bit about that. We're going to be talking about who you might be listening to, where it can lead you, all that good stuff. So if you guys are new around here, you guys know what to do. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're on the way to 1,100 subscribers. Quickly, just want to say thank you guys so much for the support recently. Truly means a lot, and I do I appreciate it a lot. All right, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much. But without all the gratitude out the way, let's get right into the video. So listen up, all right? A lot of times when I say listen to yourself, everyone's like, yeah, I do. But sometimes you don't. Sometimes you listen to another version of you. Sometimes you listen to something that you don't want to listen to, and that dictates a lot. Let's say, for an example, you have an emotion. Could be multiple, could be one emotion, but that drives you to do something, right? Regardless of what it is. We've all been there. There's an emotion we have, and that leads us to doing something. So, like, for an example, if we're hungry, what do? We go and eat, right? If we're sad, what do? We cry. If we're happy, what do? We smile. We have that, like, energetic mood, right? Our emotions dictate our actions. And a lot of times when we have a certain emotion, we'll be biased to the reality and we'll do what our emotions kind of want us to do. And, sometimes that's, harmless. You know what I'm saying? If you're happy, you're excited, you're in a good mood, that's harmless. But sometimes our emotions go against what we want. And the true authentic you deep down that says, yo, you need to do this, you need to do that, is kind of blinded and smothered by the emotions. I spoke about this yesterday. Or not yesterday, last episode. I did not record Talks with Qwertyy yesterday. Last Friday, I was talking about that a bit. And it does apply for a lot of these topics that I'm talking about, but it does especially apply in this topic because you have a lot going on and there's a lot that could happen, but your authentic self will always stay true to you and it will tell you the rights and wrongs. And if you guys are wondering, what the heck is this authentic self all about? What do you mean by that? Like, I don't hear an authentic me. Well, okay, let me tell you this. When you're sitting down, and let's just say, like, the best example I can think about is when you're being unproductive, right? You got something going on. Let's say you're chilling in your bed watching Netflix, okay? You're being unproductive. You're being a slug for the day, all right? And you know you got to clean your room. And now you're sitting there, the episode just ended, the movie ended, and now you're sitting there like, that true authentic you, that inner voice is telling you, you need to go and clean your room. That's a perfect example, but that could apply in a lot of other spots, not just being unproductive and watching Netflix in your room. There could be a ton of other different ways and examples to go about it, but that's what I just thought about. You know what I'm saying? That's the authentic you. And there's a lot of times where you sit there and, maybe if we're talking about people, maybe you feel a certain way about someone, but they're not really reciprocating the same energy back, but your emotions are like, just still hang out with them, still talk to them, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you text someone and they don't get back to you for 20 hours and they hit you with something dry, and you're like, what the heck? Like, I literally waited 20 hours for you to text me back and you hit me with nothing? Really? Like, that's what we're doing? Right? Like, that type of stuff? And your emotions are like, well, I want them to be in my life. You know what I'm saying? And your inner voice is like, it's not going to work. You know that they're not really showing interest. Like, your inner voice is like, just let them go. Become a better human being. Move on. Find someone who is going to give you that energy that you're giving them. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, okay, cool. But sometimes our emotions kind of go against us. So you really have to listen to yourself. And listening does not require your emotions. And, I want you to become, when I say, I'm talking about the emotions here, but I really want you to focus on why you're feeling the emotions and ways you can turn those negative, if potentially negative emotions, into positive emotions. That's what I mean. I'm not telling you to sit there and just completely disregard them because they are important. Being aware of your emotions and having that self-awareness towards them could literally change the state of wherever you're at. Right? But I'm not telling you to disregard your emotions, but I want you to truly understand that your emotions could do a lot for you and you don't even know it yet. Listen to your authentic you. Now, who could we be listening to instead of us? Because we got to be listening to someone, right? We listen to the people around us, claiming they know us when they really don't know us. You know what I'm saying? You know yourself more than you know anybody else on earth, and that is 100% a fact. You know you're 100% true you because why? You are you. These people that you see, they only know a percentage of you. And matter of fact, they only know their perception of you. They only know what they think they know about you. And they create that image of you in their mind. And they're sitting here judging you, or they're sitting there and they're saying things to you, and you're taking it like they're coming at the authentic you. That's not who you are, and you know that. So the only person that you should really be listening to is yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was someone, I think, if y'all know Gary Vee, he said this on one of his TikToks. I don't know if you follow up on Gary Vee or not, but he said, like, talking about listening to you and only you. Let's say that, like Michael Jordan, one of the greatest of all times in basketball, was, shooting free throws, and the people in the crowd were saying, boo, You know what I'm saying? Which probably has happened before. You know, if he listened to them, he'd like put the ball down. You know, like what if that happened? He was like listening to them. You're like, oh, I'm not cut out for basketball. Let me just drop the ball and walk away, right? Like when you listen to other people, it dictates who you are. And these people in the crowds, they don't know him. They don't know the authentic him. They don't know the hours he put into basketball. You know what I'm saying? That's a good example, right? Listen to you and only you. Know what you want, because who else is going to know what you want when you are 100% you? No one knows you more than you 100%. There's two ways to go about this. Your inner self when it comes down to discipline, when it comes down to pushing you, when it comes down to being a better you. And then there's people like, you know, outside of it, the external side of this, where people are telling you stuff and you got to like, you know, try to resonate with it or not. These people don't know you. People may know you more than other people 100%, but you know you 100%. That's the way to go about this. So always listen to you, right? And this always goes back to putting yourself first. This is just another version of it. This always goes back to making yourself the main priority. You know, putting yourself on the pedestal and living your life the way you want to live it. You know what I'm saying? While obviously still respecting people and not being someone who, you know, you don't want to be, of course. You know, not disregarding that, I should say. But, you know, being you. It always goes back to making yourself the main priority. A lot of these topics consist of making yourself the main priority. There's just a different stem or route to go about it. And this is what we're talking about today, about listening to yourself. Your intuition speaks loud and clear to you. Sometimes you ignore it. You know, it's not a good idea. You still do it anyways. Or maybe you shouldn't sleep in. Maybe you should get up early and get productive, but you still sleep in. That is what I'm talking about completely. And I want you to become aware of it. And I want you to start listening to yourself, because you know what you want the most. But sometimes there's this quote, before I end off the video here, there's this quote I did not take credit for, but someone said this. They said, sometimes we give up what we want most for what we want now. Meaning you want that couple extra hours of sleep that could potentially not ruin, but it could throw off your entire day. You know, that's what we want right now, but what we want most is a productive and meaningful day. You know what I'm saying? That's very easy to go about that, but it's true. So make sure that you're listening to yourself and know what you want in your life when it comes to productivity, who you're surrounding yourself with, bettering yourself as a person in general, and overall just living your best life. Listen to you. Be mindful of what other people got to say. I'm not saying no one knows you and no one should ever tell you anything. Sometimes people could shed some good light on you. They can really shed some good light on you, and sometimes that can help you become a better person. So do not completely disregard and plug your ears. Be mindful, but as soon as they say something you do not resonate with, and you'll know, disregard it. But you know, sometimes people could say some good stuff, and that could be the difference between making yourself a better human being and not. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that made sense. I kind of did like a full circle with that, but that's kind of what it is. Listen to yourself. Be mindful. Be open-minded to what other people have to say, but if you know that's not you, and you know you shouldn't be resonating with it, don't. Put yourself first, be the main priority, and go make yourself the best you possible. I'm signing off for now. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another video, and thank you guys sticking around to the end. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace out.